There we go. Little kaftan action for y'all. Little kaftan action for y'all. You like that? Well, greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, your one and only host,
the Cosmic Jedi.
Welcome back to my channel. We are back yet again for another edition of Crapping on the Flash movie. Round 3. I feel it's going to be a part 3 and part 4. If not, it might just be a part 3. If not, it'd be a part 3, part 4, part 5. You get the gist. I don't need to explain that to you guys. Now, there's certain scenes I feel, or there's certain ways to utilize someone like the Flash. First of all, I wasn't satisfied with the choice of actor Zak Syner went with. But it is what it is. This is who we got. The same way people didn't really like Christian Bale's version of Batman. Some people didn't like Ben Affleck's version of Batman. Some people didn't even like Henry Cavill. Everyone's got their own taste. Me, I enjoyed Henry Cavill very much, very, very much for Superman. Enjoyed Christian Bale for Batman. I love Ben Affleck's Batman because of that brutality, that reality of I put guys in jail, they keep coming out. I put them in Arkham, they keep coming out. They've caused so much damage. They've killed many people. So that version of Batman becomes brutal where he kills. I know some people don't like the fact that Batman kills. There's a plethora of comics where the different iterations of Batman, where he's killed in one, he's a bat mutated creature in another one. It is what it is. Everyone has their own taste. Me, I enjoyed every version of Batman so far, aside from the George Clooney one. Michael Keaton, standard. In fact, I feel my most enjoyed Batman because of the voice work, Kevin Conroy. Just that Luthor. Just baby, come give me something. Probably another day I'll do different ranking or my ranking for Batman characters or Batman iterations. Anyway, so today we're going to talk about a few scenes in the Flash movie in regards to Flash himself. The different video I did, the part 1 and part 2 was about Batman, Wonder Woman, and the misuse of those characters. There are certain things you don't do with characters like the Flash or superheroes. There's certain ways you can use characters and certain ways you shouldn't. I've also got different scenes from different cartoons where the Flash is featured and another cartoon where it's the Flash story. This movie was trying to, it took bits and pieces from the Flash Paradox movie. The story they're drawing from is a very simple, straightforward story, which could have allowed these guys to introduce the Reverse Flash villain. And then after this being the last movie in Zack Snyder's DC whatever thing, James Gunn comes in, does a reset through this movie as well. And then everything they introduced in this movie, at least it could have been a very good, satisfying movie. Since they said this is a reset, the end of this movie is where James Gunn will pick up from or start his own thing. Now, when this TV spot came out on YouTube, this was a small red flag for me, just letting me know in the back of my mind, this movie might not be what you hope it to be or what it was advertised to be. Even though I knew they weren't, doing word for word or scene for scene or shot for shot from the Flash Paradox cartoon, I still felt at least you could have still had a very, very good movie in your hands, even if you changed a few things here and there. Nothing wrong with changing stuff.
Fight!
I love you.
What?
Thank you.
Okay, and that was it for me. That was it. TV spot came out. I said, I was at 100% maximum. Now I'm like 95 or 90. That was a very questionable scene. I thought it was supposed to be like one of those promotional things they do outside of the movie, so this scene won't be featured in the movie. But that was me trying to no, benign neglect. Like, nah. That's promo. That's ads. Little did I know. Let's fast forward now to the nonsense that my brother and I went through in the cinema. Look at this foolishness. Look at this foolishness. What? This is what I mean. This is not how you use a character like the Flash in a movie. There are a plethora of ways you can depict Flash's powers. This, however, is not one of them. Maybe they pulled this off in some old school Flash comics in the past, way before I was born. Maybe they pulled this off in one of the oldest Flash cartoons way before I was born. And it probably hit hard when people saw that, like, oh my God, this is how fast this guy is. He saved babies from a burning building before the bomb went off or whatever. Maybe. But in today's society, this is by far, to my current knowledge, or based on my experience anyway, of how the Flash has been used or slightly misused, whether it's from the original, I can't remember the actor, the OG Flash TV series to the Grant Gustin version. Despite those series running and misusing the Flash in some way, shape, or form, naturally that would happen. This is by far the worst. This is number one on the worst ways to use the Flash's powers on screen or on a panel. Well, I haven't read the comic, so let me remove that. This is peaking at number 1. It will never shift. It will never shift. I'm saying that hoping no one comes and does another Flash movie and makes a worse scene than this. This should be at number 1. This should be a lesson for anyone trying to say, let me do a Flash TV series or a Flash animated series, feature length, like Justice League version, but just the Flash TV series only, but animation. This should be a lesson. One more time, this is not how to use the Flash at all. When people sat down around table and thought, what should we make the Flash do? Or how much of a dire situation should we put him in? This is the dumbest any human being could have come up with. You mean there were a plethora of people sat at this table and there's so many ideas and this is the one they went with? That's why I said in my previous video that they did this to piss off a lot of people. They did it to enjoy the dissatisfaction we would experience. There's no way you're telling me someone sat down, even they did reviews, they did test screenings, and the people who watched this thought, yes, perfection. You've got a great one in your hand, DC. The Henry Cavill thing I'm not sure about, but this is perfection. You people are special. Someone wrote this down. Someone verbalized this on their brain. How about if he saves babies? Are you nuts? Are you nuts? Kai? Nah, this is the worst. The worst way to use the Flash. This is a misuse. I like how the director, is it Andy Muschietti or Andrew Muschietti, whatever his name is, he came out and said, the CGI you saw in the movie, everything was deliberate. That's why I was like, you know what, dude? This guy's made this movie to piss off a lot of people, including myself. They did it to piss us off and then collect money after.
What did you do?
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is all visually annoying. Visually annoying. Now here's the twist I wanted to introduce. Let's say the baby thing was cool. They didn't do the CGI nonsense and he did it so fast, right? We just about saw a few scenes or a few slow-mo shots of him saving the babies. Not as bad as this, but clean enough. Almost similar to the Quicksilver one in the X-Men movies. So let's say he saves them, right? But he couldn't save one more baby and her mother who just gave birth. But just so we feel the emotion, he saves every baby except a baby and a mother. And that thing upsets him. Now, he realizes he wasn't running on full energy. We erased that stupid nonsense of him needing sugar every 2 minutes to keep his blood, whatever. That's Flash has never had to pause in the cartoons anyway to go and eat a full row of pizza and then wait in the queue. It's certain things you just don't do, man. It's almost like it's cosmic movie law. You just don't do that. You just don't. Anyway, he saves every baby except one last baby and the mother. And it hurts him. He feels it. It then triggers the whole I wish I'd saved my mother thing. But he's holding it and he's feeling it. Now, with that being said, before we even push to that part of the movie yet, he will sit with that for a while. Go to Bruce, go to Alfred. They'll be like, yo, even though we have superpowers, we're still human. And there's no way we're going to save everyone. Even Superman couldn't be here today because he was taking care of the volcano. So there's always something going on where you can't be everywhere at once. That might spur him to do the whole go back in time thing. Maybe not. It's good advice, but it still hurts. And then we're feeling that with him and for him, because it's like, oh, what if we had the powers as well? How would it feel if we couldn't help our loved ones, let alone saving a baby and a mother? Perfect. Now, if you have a different way of altering the script there, go ahead. You can put it in the comments and let me know as well. And I'm not saying this is the best way they could have gone with. I'm just saying if we're going to stick with the babies thing, fine, fix the CGI, do it much better than this. Do it a lot much faster, but still show him struggling with his speed. Then you introduce a little, like if he's struggling with his speed, I wonder why. Like a little hint, like, we've never seen the Flash slow before. And then show us that he has to catch his breath as well. And he's like, wait, that's unusual. Don't introduce the food thing or some wristwatch saying, oh, critical. You need burgers. You need pizza. Stupid. I've never seen that done in any Flash animation where he needs a wristwatch or a suit or an AI thing in his earbud to tell him, you need some more pizza. You need some more donuts.
My bum is on your lips. My bum is on your lips.
You need some more sugar. Your glucose level is dropping. Fuck off. That is dumb. That is a dumb inclusion for a character like this, where you can introduce what we introduce. You can educate the audience into how his powers work. He draws energy from another dimension, or the speed force, or how you want to describe it, not by eating gazillion donuts all the time. We already know he has a fast metabolism. Find another way to introduce that in the movie. Low on blood sugar, low on blood sugar. No, you need more pizza. Fucking dickhead. Anyway, we, the audience, are watching and thinking, okay, that's strange. He himself has said it. He's never been out of breath ever since he got his powers. So that's like a little, I wonder what's going on in the background. Is the Speed Force dying? We wouldn't know, but we'll speculate like, that's interesting. Then you push the story forward. You have the discussion with Bruce Wayne saying, I wish I saved the baby and the mother, blah, blah, blah. You feeling bad for it. All this stupid nonsense. Look at this rubbish. Look at this rubbish. Look at all this rubbish. What is that? What is that? Why are we seeing this? 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 Foolishness. Utter foolishness. This is definitely going to be a part 3, part 4, and part 5. Look at this. Anyway, okay, now this scene is from the Justice Society World War II. This is how you introduce or use the Flash character. Once again, this is how you introduce or use the Flash character on screen. Or one of the many ways you could. If you want to scrap the baby thing, cool. I feel the baby thing done better, not showing us save each baby one by one and jump into a microwave to put Doritos into a microwave, or happen to open a microwave and realize it's Doritos, whatever. That the whole composition of that scene was work. A lot of work. You could have done something far much better and simpler and more effective. It took time to even render that nonsense, pathetic CGI. God damn it. Director has the balls, the cojones to say it was done deliberately. Wow. He pissed in people's mouths and said, drink it. All right, now, get ready, people. Watch this.
Nazis?
Beautiful. 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 This is how it's done. This is how it's done. This is how it's done. Look at that. This part 2 is so beautiful. Watch this. He didn't even touch him. He didn't even lay a finger on his... Watch. That's how it's done. That's how powerful this guy is. That's how powerful and capable this guy is. This is a younger version of the Flash, by the way. Well, not younger, but young version of the Flash. Now watch this part.
What is it? I've never been out of breath before.
Now we, the viewers watching that, will be like, I wonder what's going on. Intrigue. I'm curious already. I'm wondering why or what or who. Even because I know certain aspects of the Flash, and probably I'm thinking, it might be Reverse Flash. And even if it is how you pay that off. Just because you know the villain or you know what character is going to be in the movie doesn't mean you know how the movie is going to end. You go and watch a movie to see how it plays through, beginning, middle, and end. The trials and tribulations, the challenges, the fun, the sadness, the tears, the happiness, the joy, the action. You go for the ride. Even if you know how the ride is going to go, you go for the excitement nonetheless. You go for both. So we can sit down and say, well, we all know it's going to be the Reverse Flash. Nothing wrong with that. It's how you tell the story this time, or how you tweak the character here and there, or it's the challenges he goes through. What do you do different with the same old characters? That's the fun part of telling stories. Not saving babies in CGI form. Misuse of a character. Pathetic.
Damn, son.
Now, what I was saying earlier on is we see him save the babies, but couldn't save a child and a mother, and then he's out of breath. So it's already a hit. We're like, damn, that's sad. Audience is shocked. People might say, oh, it's too dark. No, all this it's too dark nonsense. Show sometimes that even heroes can't save everyone. It's going to be a part of their real life situation as heroes. Do you stop being a superhero because you couldn't save 10 people?